Hello everybody, James with Love My Pups, My British Supply. So I thought I'd talk a little bit about coronavirus and how this epidemic is affecting those of us who are in the business of having puppies. So it's interesting because obviously the epidemic itself is a huge problem for lots and lots of people. It's scaring people. Huge economic repercussions for it, but it appears as though it has not been negative for puppies. So I'm going to talk about 6 things that I've seen going on and what this might mean to you. So the first one is one of the biggest concerns I'm hearing from some people who are talking to me is, I don't know if I want to skip this round. I'm not sure if I'll be able to sell the puppies or find homes for them. And actually, it turns out there is an increased demand right now for puppies. There are people who are going to be sequestered in their homes early rather than having to wait for school to be able to buy a puppy in preparation for the summer for their family. They're in their homes now and the school is already out. So there's lots of people who now are thinking, they're the mindset of, hey, we're going to get a puppy. What a perfect time to get a puppy, where everybody's at home, we can be around the puppy, we can enjoy the puppy, we can socialize the puppy, we can train the puppy. So, for ourselves, we've actually had kind of a glut of puppies, 3 litters, which we don't normally spread out all happy together. Just about all those puppies have found new homes for them in literally about a week. And I'm getting reports of people, customers of mine, who have had puppies, litters, that literally every single puppy was taken within the first 5 days after they were born. So demand is up. And also you can look at what they're reporting on the news. They're reporting on the news, I'm standing in the way of all this, reporting on the news that a lot of the dog pounds, shelters, that the puppies are finding new homes very quickly. So this is not a problem. The demand for puppies is up, it's not down. So the next thing is, what is the problem with access to your vet? You are going to need your vet maybe for testing, and down the road you're going to need access to your vet. Well, I can tell you that I've just bred 2 of my dogs, and so I thought before I do that, I'm going to have a conversation with the vets around here and find out what's going on. And so I've got 5 vets that I use on a regular basis. And unanimously, their answer was, we're not letting the 2-legged animals into the building, but the 4-legged animals are welcome. So what I've always done in the past for a C-section is they let me go into the operating room and I help with the whole process of delivering puppies. That's not going to happen. In fact, they're not going to let me into the office, but they're asking is that I take my dog to the front door and either take a leash and tie the leash to the front door or leave the doggy in a crate, and they'll come out and get the dog, take care of business, and then put the dog back outside when they're done. So this one's okay too. And by the way, I had an interesting conversation with a vet that I know very well, asking her about what she was asked to do, and she was asked to reduce the number of elective surgeries. And she said, but it's kind of silly really, because the only thing that I use would be face masks. And gloves. Well, no, excuse me, just gloves. She doesn't use face masks. So she doesn't have protective equipment on. The only thing that she's using are gloves. And I got on Amazon just yesterday and I ordered 1,000 gloves for $43. Now they weren't the nitrile gloves, they were the vinyl gloves. Still perfectly good for a surgery. So there's these, remember, these people, they've got staff, they've got bills, they've got rent, they've got equipment they have to pay for. They would like to stay in business if they can, and the answer is they absolutely can. So vets are deemed essential services, so they're not ordered to shut down, but some of them are asked to reduce the number of personal protection equipment they use, and they're not using much of it anyway. So vets are fine. The next one is for me personally. I do a lot of shipping of stud semen all over the United States. FedEx has not missed a beat. UPS has not missed a beat. The post office has not missed a beat. And I don't think that these services are going to be impacted. They're essential services. In fact, I suspect that FedEx and UPS and post office are going to be more busy than they normally are because Lots of people are ordering stuff from home. People who would have gone to get stuff from the store are now doing a smart thing and either doing curb service, which doesn't affect, of course, what we're talking about, or is shipped it directly to their house. So I've had zero problems with any kind of shipping. Nothing's been delayed, nothing's not got there for my priority shipping overnight. Absolutely been fine. So this one's a plus. Next one is a C-section. If you're breeding your dog now, 2 months from now you need a C-section. Well, just call your vets up and make sure that everything's on the up and up. Look, I think the dog that's bred today is not going to require a C-section for 2 more months. I suspect that this thing will be a lot more under control 2 months from now than it is. I mean, this peaks, you know, we're in this stage right here, and we've got to get to this and do this. And once we get to here, things start loosening up, and we'll start seeing more and more travel and businesses reopening. So I'm hoping that this time frame here is something, it depends on where you are in the country, it might be a month from now, and a couple of months from now, that we're on the other side of this. That's an inspired guess. It's certainly an educated guess. Certainly don't hang your hat on it. But the point here is that since they're doing business now, I think they're all going to learn to do even more business. I don't think that this is going to be a problem. It's certainly not a problem for me. Sales. Well, I already talked about this. The sales right now are brisk. People are getting new homes for their puppies very, very quickly. So hopefully that continues to be that way. Puppy transport. So quite a few of our puppies don't stay in our local area but get moved to other parts of the country. This has been a bit of a challenge. It's not a problem. There's 2 problems right now. One is that a lot of the flights are getting cancelled, so my nannies get bumped from one flight to another flight to another flight, which makes it a bit frustrating for both the nanny and for my customers who are receiving a puppy, because it was supposed to come today and it might be delayed to tomorrow. Not the end of the world. Then the other thing is that some of these places are being shut down, so you have to fly to another airport in that general locale, and the customer then has to drive there. So there's been some of that going on, and then also we've been doing a bit of ground transport too. So we had a puppy that went to Shreveport, which is about 300 miles away. And to drive there, well, gas prices are dirt cheap. You know, gas is $1.50 a gallon. And driving a car somewhere completely safe, you just, when you fill up your car, be smart. You know, if you have to go inside and pee, keep away from people. Wash your hands when you get back in the car. And one note here is the hotels. That is probably going to be a problem. So if you're going to go on a long trip, then that could be an issue. You might be sleeping in your car. So just think about that part of it. But I think that so far for us, this has been okay. And again, I think this will get a lot better over the next month than it is right now. So my take on this is that essentially for us in the doggy world, it's really business as usual. If you've had other experiences that support this, let me know. If you had experiences that contradict this, let me know, and I'll add those to a future video. Yeah, I mean, you're inside. What a perfect time to look after some puppies. I mean, that's really in terms of both bringing puppies up to the point where they can get adopted to their new homes, and for people who are adopting puppies. We're in our houses. What a perfect time to love on a puppy. So there you go. Be nice to your doggies. That's the important part. And stay safe. Bye, everybody.